fancy. Hello, my name is Sackett, and we are playing FTB One. And apologies for the sound of my voice. I am getting over being comically sick. We are out here in the mining dimension in some fresh chunks because the pack has been updated, and one of the new things is that power ores now generate properly in the mining dimension. It's very exciting because it means we're going to be able to make power reactors at some point. So let's go ahead, turn this thing on, set it to pump out. So we're going to delete these. And we're going to go ahead and add forge ores. Now, let's see, with a colon. Okay, yeah, there we go. Learning and learning. Let's start her up. 16,000. We're going to go ahead and force load this chunk. There we go. And we're going to head home. Speaking of updates, we now have extra storage. So what that means, among other things, is that we now have bigger crafters that we can work with. So we can shrink this wall down over here a little bit. The iron crafters just use more materials. The gold crafters use a new kind of processor, the neural processor. It's made out of familiar things. It's not that bad. And then the diamond one, which is probably as high as we're going to go, just uses an absolute ton of diamonds. Here we go. So we'll have to teach this thing how to make diamond blocks. Okay, iron crafter. Difference is you get 3 rows instead of 1 row. So the difference is significant. The gold crafter will give you 5 rows, and the diamond crafter will give you 7 rows. Oh, did we not teach this thing how to make gold crafters? I guess not. We must have taught it the processors. The netherite crafters will add an additional 2 rows. They're quite expensive. And while we could get netherite easily, we could get ancient debris with the digital miner. That's more trouble than I want to take right now. So we're just going to make a couple of diamond crafters. And by a couple, I mean 4. Okay, now let's say I wanted to take this one out, which we do. Put the diamond crafter in. We're going to need our wrench to make it look all nice. There we go. You see, it's a diamond color. We have so much more space. Just so much more space. So this one now is not yet full, and we've gotten rid of this whole row of crafters. So it's just, I think they might be a little more efficient on energy too than 7 regular crafters. But the main thing is that they just take up so much less space once you really get going with one of these. Alright, there's everything. Didn't even use this 4th one. That looks a lot cleaner. Cool. And they work just fine with the crafter managers. They do not end up quite at the very top like you might expect, but they're in there. Sure enough, there's our power ore. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Extra storage adds a number of other things, including very large disks, which is cool because we had like 64K as the max. Now we haven't even broken into this one. So I'm gonna take it out and we're gonna start coding this stuff in. We're gonna need 256. That sounds pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Did those go to the right place? No, they went up there. Okay. So shift clicking is not smart with this thing. It'll just put it in a crafter whether there's a valid recipe or not. Alright. This should give us plenty of room. And it goes much higher. Like there's an infinite that we could theoretically make. Take a while. Maybe we will make it at some point. That sounds cool. Now, a digital miner is great, but it can only mine in its radius, so eventually you gotta move it, right? We don't want to do that. We're gonna work towards some pink slime. Pink slime will make it so we don't have to move at all, eventually. We're gonna get pink slime from an Industrial Foregoing block called the Mob Slaughter Factory. And we're just going to go ahead. We'll even teach this thing how to make iron swords and iron axes. Just to make this as easy as possible for us, right? So we're going to make one of those. We're also gonna want a couple of animal bebe separators. We're gonna want 2 of these. Throw them in. Oh, I shift clicked it. I shift clicked it in. I shift clicked them both in. We're just gonna do this manually. Okay. We'll make a mob slaughter factory. We'll make 2 of the animal baby separators. And we're gonna want feeder. Like this, right? And we might have to teach this thing how to make golden carrots and golden apples. That's not a problem. Can teach this thing how to make almost anything. Oh, look. That came from fishing. You can craft with this. We could make our globe upstairs a sepia globe. And we're gonna use it. We build a rich person's house. We're gonna have a rich person's pretensions. There we go. Yeah. Fancy. We get the mechanism raw lead now. I wonder... Okay, yeah, we're getting raw mechanism too. We don't get the FTB chunks at all anymore. I don't have a problem with that. Now we're going to take all those machines and put them out here by our as yet incompleted villager trading hall. What we're going to want is 3 5x5 little rooms with some space to walk around underneath them. I'd much rather use slabs for this. The reason we're doing it like this is because we're gonna have animals up here, and I'm probably worried about nothing, but I don't want them glitching through the half slabs and getting away and living to tell tales of our horrible cruelty. Now, in addition to the machines themselves, we're going to need some range upgrades. By default, these will only do a 1x1 area. So, this tier 2, it's hard to explain. It like the tier 1 will give you, just plain will give you 1x1. This will up you to 3 by 3. This will up you to 5 by 5, or at least that's the way it used to work. I believe it still works that way. We're gonna find out. But this is another dissolution chamber recipe. So we're gonna come out here with our various machines. We're going to put the feeder right here. That is naturally backwards from the way we want it. We might be able to flip it around with the crescent hammer. No, that's an axe. There used to be like a precision sledgehammer that you could use as the wrench for this mod, but I don't see it. Okay, yeah, there we go. We're going to want one animal baby separator here. We're going to want another one over here. And we're going to want our mob slaughter factory right over here. Now in the GUI here, we want to move adults. And here we want to move babies. Fine. So, show the working area. You see it's 1, right? But we put one of these tier 2 upgrades in, and now it does 5 by 5, starting from the area in front of the separator. So, it's it's not +1 in the way you might think. We're gonna go ahead and get the rest of these in here. It's +1 to the radius, and it'll move the center. Yeah, it's hard to describe. Once you get used to it, it's well, once you get used to it, you know how it works. I won't say it makes sense. That's all right. So we're gonna run some of this universal pipe to everything, because we're gonna be moving power, energy, and liquids, and we're just gonna do it all in one line of pipe. Okay, we should have power going to everything. Yep. Now we're gonna want a little more cable, because we're gonna want an ender tank here. We're gonna dye it pink. And we're gonna set this thing to extract. Now, I think it will draw out the back like anything we have set to draw out. We'll see. I don't know if that'll allow it to keep getting power, though. Huh, enough fretting. We're gonna get ourselves some wheat. Get ourselves a bunch of it. Throw it up here. Now we're gonna get ourselves some carrots. Have to get some more carrots. Now we're gonna take our, I guess we got the free ones in here. We'll take our handy dandy mob capturing tools and there we go. Go catch us some livestock. We don't need 2 of every animal, but of the ones we're going to use, which I would like to be cows and pigs, we're going to need 2 of each. We're going to put them down right in here. 2 cows. And 2 pigs. Okay, did you see they got the particles and they had babies? That's because the feeder fed them. Pigs can have quite a few babies, apparently. So, the animal baby separator took them all, threw them in here, and when they grow up, this animal baby separator will put the adults into this room, which is our killing chamber. The babies haven't grown up yet. It's pretty safe out here, but I would still like to skip the night. Oh, I guess we don't have comforts. Thought we had comforts. But they should be growing up pretty soon. Shouldn't be long. Let's make sure. Yeah, nothing's happened yet. Okay. We are going to need a second pipe here to fill this up with power, because this is taking power out. So, universal pipes. Pretty cool. Not perfect. Now we want to speed things along here. So we're going to go ahead and make a metallic source link. Don't know if we have a... Okay, we have neither glistering melons nor source gems on us. But these will, they'll generate source from breeding. And they'll generate source from mob death. What we have out there in the system, we do have, I believe, what is actual breeding. What we don't have is, I believe, actual death. Tried this before, and it seems to, these machines seem to breed the little guys, just like, yeah, there we go, just like a player would, but this thing just appears to delete them. They don't actually die. Okay, we're starting to get something in here. We got 40 millibuckets worth of liquid meat. We have an amount of pink slime. We might as well get a source jar going down here too, huh? Hey, yeah, this should speed things along by quite a bit. Now I think that we could put a bucket here and get a bucket full of pink slime. Now we're going to take that home with us. And we're going to put it in that fluid tank. Once we get buckets worth of liquid meat, we're going to do the same to a different fluid tank, the one next to it. Now, hopefully we have enough pink slime and liquid meat to get away with this here. We're going to hook these two up, set this to extract, liquid meat, and plenty of pink slime. Very cool. The main use we have for pink slime, like we said before, are these advanced machine frames. They are not cheap. And we're going to have to teach this thing how to make diamond gears, I guess? Well, okay. I thought we had diamond gear recipe. Is this no longer valid? I don't know. Anyway. So it'll make the pity, and then the simple with the pity. And then once it has enough latex, it's still like, you know, got quite a bit of this to process. We'll get our advanced machine frame. I think I would like to speed up the latex processing. Let's see what we might have available for that. Now, these are all range upgrades. And that's not really what we want. Let's see. Okay. We got speed. We got speed tier 2. I guess we might as well make the tier 2s, huh? Here we go. And we got efficiency. And efficiency tier 2. And we'll probably, processing also, we'll just use a tier 2 for all of them. Let's see what these get us. Let's see. We'll put on speed. That's a lot faster. Efficiency should lower how much power it uses. And processing? I'm not sure what that does, but we'll put it in there. Why not? Now we're going to use the machine frame, or wrong GUI. We're going to use the machine frame to make an ore laser base. And there are a couple other things we're going to have to teach this machine how to make. And I thought we already did this, but I guess we didn't. We are going to need to make first a combiner, which is pretty pricey. And we might as well. Well, no, we've got the tier upgrades. We'll use the tier upgrades on it. I really thought I'd done that. Since we have the iron crafters now, I was able to take our extra redstone furnace out. We'll put our, there we go. Combiner down. And it's going to output the bottom. Here we go. Wonderful. Let's tier it up. Now this will get us ore from chunks and what do you call cobble at a cost and at a loss. But it's a lot cheaper in the end than using like Silk Touch on the digital miner, and I'm certainly not going like mining for iron manually at this point. I noticed supplementaries had been updated, and sure enough, we got our chalkboard back. It's not all glitchy. In addition to the laser base, we're going to want 4 of these laser drills. So let's get those going. Oh, are we missing something? We don't have enough water. It looks like the behavior with this thing is something like the other mechanism machines. We're going to throw a bunch of cobble in here. It looks like it doesn't melt, at least, but we're going to take this out, recode it, see if we can get our iron ore this way. We'll probably have to restart the recipe. Yeah, now it's doing it. Check it out. Pretty cool. Now we have infinite water. But our tank here only holds 64. So that's what our system thinks our limit is. What is it? Oh no, it's not elite, it's alloys, right? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna upgrade this tank. And now, since this holds 256 buckets, once our aqueous accumulator makes up the difference here, the machine will believe it has a max of 256 buckets to work with. There's plenty more. Now we're going to want a nice structure for our laser drill. Is that a witch? I thought I just heard a witch. We're going to make a bunch of this steel scaffolding from immersive. It's not like scaffolding. It's just a really cool decorative block. The nice thing about the laser drill setup is that, sort of like the occultism ore miner, it doesn't really matter where you set it up. So let's see, we're gonna take some of this scaffolding and we're gonna go up by 3. That sounds like fun. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All you need is a direct line from whatever you have generating the laser, which in our case is the ore laser, down to bedrock. So right here, we're going to want to dig all the way down. I don't know if this water is going to be a problem or not. I think we should assume that it's going to be a problem. There we go. There are a couple more water pools, but really wasn't so bad. Now the scaffolding is cool because there's like a couple different forms of it. We're also going to use some of this. Looks like it's all covered. I think it's still transparent. But it's a really nice block. Alright. We're going to put our ore laser base down right here. Cool. Gonna put our laser drills right around it so that that one I don't think is quite right. What we want, I think, is like, yeah, that's perfect. Let's try to place this one down again. Yep, there we go. Once you see those little particles, you know you got the lasers facing the right direction. Now, the drills themselves need to be powered. The base does not. We're going to take some more of these universal pipes. Just run them along the whole scene here. We're going to set this one to extract. And I got an energy cube here. We're going to want to hook up some independent power. This is just like demonstration purposes. We'll just put the energy cube right here. We're going to set this thing to output down the bottom. We'll need to set the pipe. And we're going to put this ultimate upgrade in there. So it's just like super fast. We're going to put an ender chest right here. Oh, does this thing need FE now? No. It's got this progress. So when this hits 100, it'll mine. And it picked us up a piece of redstone ore. Note that we're getting the actual ores. Like this, the rest of this is just from the mining dimension. I should have cleared that out, but I didn't. But you can see we got redstone ore here. Redstone dust. We'd rather have the ore. Make our combiner obsolete. It's already obsolete. So we're gonna start, oh, only one speed. Okay. Can we put in 2 efficiency? No. Okay, 1 per on these. Still quite a bit faster. And I don't think there would be... Okay, so we could put some in here. Oh, no, we couldn't. What could we put in here? I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so that's actually pretty fast. It does drain the energy, but this is only temporary. We're going to set something up out here. And I think it just got us raw iron. Maybe the combiner isn't obsolete after all. And I think that's going to about do it for this time, folks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.